Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Star Trek Online. I am back. As you can see, I changed my uniform up a bit. And now...
Congratulations, Admiral.
after I... Oh, that's the wrong thing. I'll try to take care of this stuff. Almost done with this skill tree here. We can now not go there. Where is it? I need Drake. Spin the wheel. I need your assistance with a rather delicate situation. We have an intelligence operative undercover at Drozana Station. Her astute observations have given us the edge in several critical engagements in the neutral zone. 22 hours ago, this operative activated an emergency subspace beacon. Zamara would only contact me in this manner if she was about to be discovered by the enemy or her life was in danger. I am understandably concerned. I need you to go to Drozana, find Zamara, and assist her. Take her to safety if you have to, but don't blow her cover. If you go in there weapons blazing, you may get her killed. I have access to your logs. It's been quite some time since you had some shore leave. I suggest you visit Drozana for some downtime.
Until next time.
Alright. I think this is the first time I've visited Drozana Station on this character. Also feel like I'm the only one around here. Unless that's a player right there.
Welcome to Drozana. You're cleared for docking. We have everything you need for shore leave, and a few things that you didn't even know you wanted. Shopping, drinking, dining, entertainment. You'll find it all here. And don't forget the 77th rule of acquisition. If you break it, I'll charge you for it.
Not sure where we should start, but intelligence shows that Belen is the Ferengi to talk to if you're looking for information. He's a bartender, so we should look for him in the lounge area. I'm a wiener.
Get your Comet cocktails!
What the
4.7% discount for the next 3 minutes.
This could be your day.
Do I want to know what the hell is going on here? Role player. So what kind of roleplay is this?
Platinum is a girl's best friend.
Also, sorry, I probably shouldn't be showing the names of other players. Yeah, this just seems really weird. Also, I kind of like the 7 of 9 kind of look here. That's pretty cool. This guy, the look on this guy's face, that's incredible.
What's the harm?
Also, I really like this little pet here they have. I wish I could click on it and see what it's called, but I don't think I can. Anyways, question Bellon.
Welcome to Drozana Station, the home of the finest libations and pleasures this side of Rex. Care to hear about today's specials?
Also, almost looks like this character is naked. You know, thinking about it, not as bad as what I end up seeing on Final Fantasy XIV and Limsa Limenza. Though I haven't seen it in a while. There was always like weird stuff going on with Lolithels. So, what was that in chat? Are you gone, bot? What is happening? Okay.
Have you tried the Comet Cocktail? It's out of this world.
Tell me about your specials.
You've arrived at the right time. It's almost the day of the comet. Griffin's Comet is going to pass close enough to the station to frost the viewports. And this is the only place in the sector where you can celebrate in style. We've got Comet cocktails in keepsake glasses, Comet trail mix, Comet ice cream cores, and 47 flavors. So relax, enjoy the games, have a drink, and pick up some souvenirs for your crew. You'll probably want to send a few trinkets back home to let the folks know that you were at Drozana Station when the comet arrived. Good deals and good times. You'll find it all on Drozana Station.
Tell me more about the comet.
A crew from a Vulcan science vessel visited here a week ago, and they told me that Griffin's Comet has a wide elliptical orbit. The last time it was in this area was in 2262, and it won't be back again until 2556. And by then, I'm sure that this crazy war will be over, and Drozana Station will be the premier space entertainment venue in the entire galaxy. It looks like your standard ball of ice and rock to me. But the science geeks are all excited about it. They say it's giving off triolic energy and that it has a high variance of chronoton particles. Whatever that means. Me, I see opportunity. Starting now, Days of the Comet. Join in on all the fun for just a few credits. There's no better place for a good deal and a good time than Drozana Station.
Well, that's a nice place, but it looks really rusty. What the hell kind of material did you make this out of? What's going on over there?
Good deals and good times. You'll find it all on Drozana Station.
Tell me about the station.
We've got everything a brave Starfleet officer like yourself could want. There's access to shopping, subspace message stations, a few quality vendors, drinks, dancing, and Dabo. That Lita hologram is really something. Makes me want to get a handful of her pixels, if you know what I mean. My partners and I took this place over a few months ago. It was an abandoned piece of space junk then, but with some hard work and careful financial planning, we will make it a pleasure destination to rival Ryza or Casperia Prime.
Why the hell did Starfleet abandon this place?
Good deals and good times. You'll find it all on Drozana Station.
Abandoned? Who built this station? I mean, it is obvious by what it looks like on the outside. Looks like K7 almost. Well, and K13. Though I haven't been to K13 before. K13, what's that? Abandoned? Who built this station?
Humans, I think. But history has never been my thing. The present is where the latinum is. I know the station was built in the mid-23rd century and served as a trading post and supply station for colony ships and military vessels. Then the House of Duras owned it for a while, but they gave it up in the 2370s. It was empty until my partners and I arrived. Do you know we had to spend 3 weeks scrubbing bloodwine stains off the decks? Between that, the globfly infestation, and voles in the computer circuitry, it's a wonder that we ever opened our doors for business.
Okay, so that would explain why, I guess, Starfleet abandoned it, because the Klingons had it. Excuse me just a sec. Oh, ow. Okay, I'm back.
Good deals and good times. You'll find it all on Trozana Station.
I'm looking for someone.
Aren't we all? Me? I want a leggy Vulcan with a liberal attitude toward interspecies relations. So, are you looking for someone in particular, or just some company?
Her name is Zamara. Do you know her?
Oh yeah, I know Samara. Maybe she's been here recently, and maybe she hasn't. My memory is kind of hazy.
Tell me where Zamara is, or I'll snap your spine! And perhaps we could come to some sort of arrangement.
Yeah, I'm sure we can. In fact, I feel my memory clearing up already. I tell you what, I know you Starfleet types aren't big on Latin. But what you do have are skills and a willingness to get your hands dirty. That's what I need right now. Our replicators are on the fritz. Maybe it's a whole power system because the lights are going wonky too. But a little blue mood lighting isn't as big a problem for me as unfilled drink orders. Go to the cargo bay and get my replicators working. By the time you're done, I'm sure I will have remembered where I last saw Zamara.
I do kind of remember having a bit of trouble with this. So here's the physical lobby store, if you were wondering. Unstable planetoid detonation, what the fuck? I do want that Zodvash disruptor rifle. But I want that for my Romulan. Oh, wait. I'm going the wrong way. So continue, run diagnostic on replicators. Action unavailable. Replicators are offline due to diminished function of electroplasma distribution network. %30% drop in power reported on Deck 1. Replicators are offline until power fluctuations are repaired. What is the cause of the loss of power on Deck 1? Unknown. What must be done to restore power to Deck 1? Power must be rerouted through systems to relieve strain on EPS conduits. The following systems are available for this process: holosuites, gravity control, replicators, environmental controls, defense grid. 6 connections are required to stabilize the power grid. contacting the Lord George now. Captain, the biggest problem you're going to have repairing anything on that station is the age of the system and the general lack of maintenance. Rosanna was built in the mid-23rd century, and many of the systems on the station haven't had a major update in more than a century. So you're dealing with an EPS system that just can't handle the strain of running modern equipment like replicators. I did some digging in our database, and I found a log made by a Starfleet Corps of Engineers officer who visited the station in the early 24th century and made repairs to the EPS system. The log says that you need to regulate the power flow by routing it through various subsystems. It's almost like you're using those systems as ancient circuit breakers. What do you suggest? The first thing you should try is scanning some of the damaged systems and power couplings in the cargo bay. You should learn more about how to properly realign the relays. What is this? The EPS relays on the station are a maze of shunts and relays. Its batches going between unrelated systems and between unrelated systems and even to power cells that are being used to boost flow in critical areas. 6 connections are required to stabilize the power grid. When you find a snarl of wires and cables that look like they have been chewed on by voles, you realize that not every system may need to be used to make a successful reroute. Some systems may need more than one connection. What are you doing just standing there? There is a shunt that is slowly diverting energy from the station's power core to hollow emitters installed in some of the lower levels of the station. You will need to compensate for that energy drain to restore replicator function. Okay. So, holosuite has to go offline. The connection must end with the system to which you are attempting to restore power. So that means I have to activate the thing again. So scan. The Ferengi operating Drazana station have made replicator function their top priority. Replicators are now tied into every available system, including life support. Start with a connection to the replicators, or the power connection will fail. So, replicators first. It looks like someone used an outdated power coupling to connect gravity control to the main power feed. It must have been an emergency fix, but it's been here so long that the coupling is fused. It cannot be removed. Gravity control can connect to environmental control and the defense grid, but not replicators. The holosuites have a separate environmental control system, so that they can be finely tuned for temperature conditions appropriate to the various scenarios that are running at any given time. Environmental controls cannot connect to holosuites. Milan found a way to keep the station's ancient bar coolers working by connecting the cooling system to the replicators. Unless that connection is maintained, all of the refrigeration units will go offline. So, reroute. Awesome. The Klingons who ran the station in the early 24th century made significant improvements to the station's shields and added turret weapons. While it made the station more defensible, it also increased the amount of energy needed to keep the station's defense grid operational. The fourth connection must be to the defense grid. Fourth. So... I am going to guess and say it's gravity controls next. I might be wrong. Okay, so it says it's successful. Failure. Okay, so... this one, and this one. This one. It says I need 6, right? So what, do I touch this one? Yes, okay. And then I come back to this one. There we go. So replicators first, then environmental, gravity, defense, environmental, and then replicators again. That's how it goes. Oh, a party ball. I remember these.
Get your Comet cocktails! 4.7% discount for the next
Yay.
3 minutes.
What the hell is going on over here? I don't think I want to know. Looks like they're humping his
Welcome
leg.
to Drozana Station. Have you tried the Comet cocktail? It's out of this world.
So what's wrong with the lights?
How should I know? I'm a bartender, not an engineer. The lights started going crazy a few days ago, which was terrible timing. We're getting more business than normal because of the comet, and the last thing I need is a critical systems failure. The 193rd rule of acquisition says that trouble comes in threes. The lights, the replicators, what's next? Good deals and good times. You'll find it all on Drozana Station.
Have you seen anything strange around here?
It's nothing. Old station, bad lighting. Maybe your eyes were playing tricks on you. How long has it been since you had a physical? But it's probably nothing. No, I'm sure it's nothing. Don't worry about them, or it. Good deals and good times. You'll find it all on Drozana Station.
Well, your replicators are working now.
They are, and I am exceedingly pleased by your generous offer to repair them for no compensation. I can't let you go away empty-handed, though. How about I give you a 15% discount on drinks and souvenirs for an amount of time to be determined by management?
We had a deal. The replicators for information about Zamara.
Fine. A deal's a deal, right? Never let it be said that I'll cheat a valued customer like yourself. Personally, I don't know why you're so interested in her. She's a looker, but just try talking to her. She's more paranoid than an Obsidian Order agent in a room full of Tal Shiar. Zamara usually hangs out near the Dabo tables. Keep an eye out for a looker wearing purple. You can't miss her. Good.
Be careful. They're watching. I'm not in the mood for a chat right now, thanks.
They who?
Shh. Keep your voice down. I'm being watched. I've seen too many familiar faces in the crowd, and there
Watch the
are
wheel.
shadows,
Not the
watchers in the dark. I see them out of the corner of my eye when they think I'm not looking, but I'm always looking. When the lights change, there they are. Watch yourself. They're everywhere.
I was sent to help you.
You weren't sent to help me. You were sent to watch me. Drake needs me to keep feeding information to Starfleet intelligence. The Klingons come here and they drink and they talk. It's amazing the bits of information you can pick up around a Dabo table. Everything, even the
Today's
smallest
senior
detail,
lady.
is important. Captain Gerard was in here last week. He ordered blood wine, an entire bottle of the 2309 vintage, to be exact. That business with the House of Torg must have upset him more than we knew. When Gerard's happy, he drinks Warnog.
Isn't Gerard with the House of Duros, though?
Watch yourself. They're everywhere.
Tell me more about what happened to the House of Torg.
Torg was on the High Council until he made a play to destroy the House of Martok. He was partially successful. Mavan, son of Drex, is dead. The house has no heir unless Drex takes a new mate and fathers a new son. But Martok's widow is wise. Her son, Drex, was off fighting in the war, so Lady Sorella called in KDF officers to defend her house. They exposed Torg's treachery, and Jempok was forced to discommendate him. As to why that would make Gerard unhappy? Torg raised Gerard after his mother died. Now he is an outcast, and his house has fallen. Gerard cannot speak to him without losing his own honor. Watch yourself. They're everywhere.
What can I do to help you?
Find out who's watching me. I'm not safe here. The Klingons are looking for me. They know someone has been feeding intelligence to Starfleet. The ghosts are always watching. Their eyes are hungry. Yesterday, they surrounded a drunken Klingon. Now he's dead. They will find me when the blue light shines, and then I'll disappear.
I know what the ghosts are.
How could you know that? You may think you know. You may even have readings in your tricorder that you think are right. But you don't know. How could you know? I'm here every day. They watch me, and I watch them.
I can take you someplace safe.
No, they're everywhere. They're watching. You've been here too long. Someone will notice that we're together. Go do something else. Play Dabo. I'll contact you when I'm ready. When it's safe. What?
Can't you see I'm busy losing all my latinum?
Oh, whoops.
Spin the wheel and win.
Alright, play Dabo. I know how to play, sort of. Let's do random things here.
Hey, hands off a hologram. Davo!
Was that a...
Close enough. I couldn't wait for you to get that lucky. We would have been here all night. Psst. Zamara wants me to give you a message. She wants you to know, if you're interested in finding out what's really going on here at Drazana Station, you need to check out the lower levels. I have an access code for you that will get you past the security doors. If you want to talk with her again, I suggest you collect your winnings and catch her before she leaves.
You're doing great.
Well, unfortunately, I have something I want to do. So dude won 10,000 Latin.
Hey, hands off.
I need 1,000. Ugh. Gross.
The house always wins.
That's better. Not 1,000, but it's better. I'll keep it the way it is.
This could be your day.
There we go. So 1,500, nice. So what can I use Latinum for? Oh, that's a trade it thing? Oh, I thought it was a store.
Dabawood Lita is a licensed product of Quark Enterprises.
Oh, here we go. So I can get some hollow emitters if I had enough. Subspace part. Oh, that keeps me from dancing whenever one of these things go off. That can be a bulk drone. Trophies. Oh, this cover already owned. Oh my god. Fine. Yes.
I'm not in the mood for a chat right now, thanks.
Well, are you ready to talk now?
You don't need to worry about me. I'm going to leave this place to the ghosts. They seem to belong here more than we do. I've booked passage on a ship. You don't need to know which one. Just tell Drake. He'll keep getting his intel, one way or another. Good luck. You're going to need it. Watch.
Captain, there were Davidians in the Donatu system. Now you've found evidence of them again on Drazana Station. Obviously, they're using the neutral zone as some sort of feeding ground, and that puts dozens of worlds at risk. Something called in the starship. Good grief, what is going on over there? I've requested sensor data from ships closest to the comet's current location for analysis. But that is only half of our problem. If properties of the comet are somehow easing the Davidians' entry into the area of space, how do we stop them? Recommendations. The closest research facility is on Deep Space K7. I recommend that we consult with the team there. Also, another thing with the outfit I'm wearing, I don't have a comm badge. So it makes sense. It makes more sense to use the little communicator. Does this take me there, or do I need a... Nope, it takes me there. That's good. I do like the extra class, but I don't like the material it comes with when you, that it actually comes with. What I'm using right now is the, Constitution refit material, which makes it look a bit better, and yeah, I just prefer it more than what it's given. If they can like update it, like make a, I don't know. There's a lot of people here. And I thought it was supposed to be quiet at K7. Also, one question before I do anything there. Ah.
The Klingon Empire has been making aggressive moves in and around the neutral zone. Commander Wildman is spearheading Starfleet's efforts to contain the situation.
So if you're wondering, this is Naomi Wildman from Voyager, from what I understand. So that we're here, we're gonna talk to the commander. And get this quest done. Hello, Commander. We're in the thick of it here, Admiral. It's only a matter of time until the Klingons show up at our door, and they won't be here to play caught as caught. Report to the battle masters here on the station for situation reports on Klingon incursions into the neutral zone. Welcome to Deep Space K7, Admiral. The Klingons are making some aggressive moves in the neutral zone. We're the first line of defense if the Klingons decide to step up their efforts and invade Federation space. I'd like to think we can find a peaceful resolution to our problems. Unfortunately, conflict may be inevitable. Some of Starfleet's top officers are here, coordinating the campaign in the neutral zone. Talk to the battle masters here on K7 to find out how you can help. Captain Mackenzie Calhoun, Commander Maxa, and Lieutenant Mercedes Santiago can all be found in the main section of Deep Space K7. Glad to have you aboard, Admiral. Oh, I guess I don't talk to you for some reason. Oh wow, his eyes are bright purple. We're in danger of being overrun. I need captains who aren't afraid to take action and stop the Klingons. This is war, Admiral. It's bloody, it's nasty, and people are going to get hurt. And it's what we do. We do the bad things so that good people survive. I'm getting reports of skirmishes throughout the neutral zone. Starfleet needs skilled captains like you to keep the Klingons from pushing through and into Federation space. Do you think you can do that? Now, just so you know, I'm not going to be doing PvP here. I've tried PvP in the past, but it's, oh god. No, I'm not a PvP kind of person. It's like Battlefront or Battlefield. Good day, Captain. Oh, wait. You're not the person I need to be talking to. Where the hell is Magza? Oh, there he is. Maxa. I have no orders for you at this time, Admiral. The territory between Federation and Klingon space, the neutral zone, is full of planets that have valuable resources. Klingon raiding parties are moving into the neutral zone and gathering these resources for their war efforts. If we can prevent these supplies from getting back to the Klingon Empire, we may be able to delay or even stop the Klingon advance. And no, there's no way in hell I'm going to be doing that. And that just takes me back to the commander. However, I'm going to go talk to Lieutenant Calapo. The hell are you supposed to be? Dude looks shady. Who are you supposed to be? A daily? Just people beaming in. This looks worrisome.
How can I help you?
Tell me about yourself.
I grew up on trading ships, making supply runs in the Bolian sector. It was exciting, but it was crazy too. I never knew where I was going to be, or if my parents were going to have enough latinum to keep the ship flying. Then there was that time with the Orion pirates, and let's just say it wasn't the best environment for a child. All I've ever wanted was stability. I used to envy the kids on the colony worlds we served. For a while, I even thought about becoming a farmer. I wanted to wake up at the same time every day, go to the same job every day, even eat the same food most days. I like working on a starbase. It has a little bit of unpredictability, but every night my quarters are there waiting for me, and they're always in the same place. Good luck, and stay safe.
Do you know Franklin Drake?
I have had dealings with him in the past. I think he's some sort of military strategist. He visits here from time to time, although Commander Wildman is never too thrilled to see him. He's always treated me well, though, so I don't have any reason to dislike him. Good luck, and stay safe.
What does Franklin Drake ask you to do?
Mostly he wants updates on our research projects. Last week he was asking me all sorts of questions about the synchronic distortion prototype rifle. We work with prototypes of new equipment here. I'll bang on something for months to find out all of its advantages and problems before it's sent into the field to be used by Starfleet. Even then, it takes years or more of testing and iteration before something becomes standard fleet issue. And most equipment never makes it that far. There are hundreds of inventions that just don't work, or they don't work the way we want them to. Those failures are then broken down and their components are recycled. We have to keep everything secure. If the Romulans or the Klingons got their hands on what we are working on here, they could learn a lot about our technology. Good luck, and stay safe.
Tell me more about the synchronic distortion prototype rifle.
That was a complete disaster. The basic design came out of Memory Alpha, and it was intended to detect and damage cloaked opponents. Someone there got an idea that the Romulans were developing personal cloaking devices, even though the power needs of something like that would be incredible. I recommended against sending it to field testing, but it went anyway. The crew on the USS DeWitt had some luck in modifying one for use as a hand weapon, but their prototype was destroyed when the ship was lost in the neutral zone. I hadn't thought about it again until Drake asked about it. Good luck, and stay safe.
There are Davidians in the neutral zone.
So that explains why Drake was interested in the prototype. It was a complete failure at detecting polarization cloaks. But if I added a phase modulator and reversed the polarity, these modifications should be no problem. And when I'm done, this beam will pack quite a punch against phase-shifted Davidians. I'll forward the weapon on to Drake as soon as I'm done. Be careful. The Davidians won't stop. I'm afraid we'll have to be ready to fight. Good.
Captain, we've done what we can for the Zamara. We've done what we can for Zamara. We have the information we need about the Davidians, and Lieutenant Calipo is working on a weapon we can use to fight them. I suggest that we report back to Drake and see what he has to say. He's never very forthcoming with his information, but the more we know about him and his operations, the more we'll learn about Section 31. Are you ready to leave the system now?
Good work. Zamara may think she has slipped my noose, but I always have ways of keeping tabs on her. I take special care to know all about people in whom I have an interest. But you already know that, don't you? The ghosts that Zamara mentioned concern me, however. You already encountered Davidians once. It's likely they're on Drazana Station as well. And I won't let them use Federation citizens as food. Lieutenant Calapo has completed work on the synchronic distortion prototype rifle. It should help you when you're ready to enter the lower levels of Drazana. Drake out.
Whatever vanity shield they're using for that ship, it looks like it's cloaked, sort of. And I know it has a cloaking device, but you wouldn't see those lights when it's cloaked. So that looks like I don't know if that's a pilot ship or... No, it's a pilot ship. Oh, there's 2 Constitution classes over there. Oh, 3 of them. People really like the Kelvin ships. I don't blame them. I like them too.
Until next time.
Okay, so what lies beneath?
It's clear the Davidians are more of a problem than we initially thought. We know they're in the neutral zone. Now we know they're on Drazana Station as well, and according to Zamara, there have already been deaths there. In addition, she indicated that the lower levels of the station were a trouble spot. Those levels aren't used as part of the club there, and they haven't been maintained for years, and Ferengi are, of course, quite reticent to put any effort into maintenance that isn't absolutely necessary. That means we don't really know what's down there. Zamara's code should get you access. Take a lift down and check it out. Previous Starfleet encounters with Davidians have indicated that they will create nests around the temporal portals they use, so keep an eye out for anomalies. If we find the portal, we'll know where and when the Davidians are feeding. Oh, and I expect it to be messy down there. Don't forget to take an emergency beacon.
Understood.
Until next time.
Let's beam back down. I still have to talk to Commander Wildman. Good luck, Admiral. The Klingons won't make your job easy. I really wish these were episodes that were unlockable. Well, missions that were unlockable. Before you reach level 65, because it requires you to level to 65 before they literally unlock for you to play. That's why it's taken me so long to get to the Spectres. Also, one thing I'm going to need to do, I have to equip this. Oh, it's an anti-proton weapon? Hello there. You know, I don't think I actually need... Oh, okay. I'll equip it. I'll equip it. Because technically you don't need them to kill Davidians. Because I was able to do it with my phaser rifle when you first encountered them. Unless, of course, it's like some weird change. I was like, no, they're immune. Oh, there's a whole bunch of people here now.
Welcome to Drozana.
It is.
You're cleared for docking. We
Sir, I'm reading temporal fluctuations and triolic energy in these levels of the station. Staying down here for too long could be hazardous. The interference also may make it difficult to contact the ship, or to get a transporter lock if we need an emergency beam out. This level primarily contains power junctions and EPS conduits for the rooms above us. We need to reach the maintenance lift and take that down to the computer core. God, we need a repair team down here. This box of emergency supplies isn't just lying around. Balin probably bartered with a Nausicaan pirate for it. I recognize these flashlight drones. Hands-free hover system. And programmed to shift in response to your movement. Not the most reliable design, though. Honestly, it's really bright. It's a pretty good flashlight. When I first started playing, when I first played this game and did this level, the flashlight sucked. It was always so dark down here, but this works quite amazingly. Triolic waves. There must be Davidians nearby. I expect that we will see more as we approach the area with the greatest concentration of triolic energy. Sir, I'm also picking up some indeterminate readings from behind the door to our left. However, the interference from the triolic waves are making hard to get accurate scans at a distance. It said Ferengi here. This Ferengi suffered from triolic radiation poisoning. It seems that he's been here for a while, sir. Even if the Davidians couldn't use his neural energy, it's still dangerous to be too close to their nest. There's nothing we can do for him now. Due to the temporal flux disrupting the transporters, we can't even beam the body out. Once we get out of here, we can notify station security. Can I touch it? There we go. Captain, it appears that the maintenance levels are suffering from intermittent power problems. EPS conduits are probably overloaded due to the temporal fluctuations. The station's pretty old, sir, and many of these components are more than a century old. I'm seeing triolic surges near the maintenance lift and across multiple levels, but nothing that can be consistently tracked. Doesn't look like I can get to that door. Boy, this place is pretty creepy, though. I really like that, though. This game always gave off like a... Well, this episode always gave off like creepy vibes. Barneykin. Barneykin. Looks like this door is stuck, sir. We'll have to find another way around. One of the side maintenance passengers should have an alternative route. Oh god, spiders! Boy, this place needs some serious repairs. Ow! You little bitch. Want to double check something real quick. Yep, everything's working alright. I think I'm gonna need this now. Use the proton rifle. Oh, they're behind us too. Man, it's so long since I played this. The Davidians are definitely getting more aggressive. They could have a lair somewhere in the lower levels. If they do, they'll become increasingly more violent as we get closer to their territory. The synchronic proton rifle should have a significant effect against the Davidians. The proton beam mode will be especially effective, while the Davidians are phase shifted. Someone's put the lift on emergency lockdown. We'll have to override the lockdown code to access it. That should do it. I wonder why someone would lock down the lift in the first place. This isn't the computer core level. Sir, it appears that the lift is stuck. We're somewhere on the maintenance level for environmental controls and waste recycling. We'll need to track down the damaged junctions on this floor and repair or bypass them before we can take the lift to the computer core level. Someone's locked the door with an encryption key. It looks like the key itself is a kiloquad long. Sir, if we don't find that key, we could be stuck here for a long time. Are you there? Captain, your signal is... There's too much interference, sir. Looks like we're on our own. Of course. Transporters don't work except for these guys. Captain, the door. We're locked in. At least you all made it out the door.
Log entry supplemental. The strange power fluctuations are related to the problems in the power subsystems on the upper decks. So I'm looking into the possibility of feedback damage or spikes in the environmental systems. It could take some time to find the problem and make repairs, though. Particularly if I need to use the replicators to create replacement components. Balan is loath to allow use of the replicators for anything more than blood wine and vermilion sandpeas. This is dirty, uncomfortable, and thoroughly disagreeable work. Naturally, as soon as the job involves mucking around in the recycled atmosphere and waste processing, I get the short straw.
I don't know if you heard that voice well enough or not. So I'll kind of leave it here just for a second so you guys can try and read it. Okay. Or I could just read it out loud. I mean, come on.
Log entry supplemental. The strange power flow.
Okay, never mind. I kind of forgot the sensei. Never mind. The voice is coming from the communications console on the wall, Captain.
Hello? Is someone there?
Who is this? What the hell are you doing down here?
Please, you have to help me. I came down here to check on one of the atmosphere regulators, and someone shot me.
Who shot you?
I'm not sure. I didn't get a good look. He was so fast. Please, you have to find a way to open this door and get me out of here.
I'm activating the manual override. Try to reach the release valve.
Oh, promise,
Lever.
no. He's back. No.
Oh, I think she's dead. Release valve. God damn it. Oh my god. And that's a Starfleet uniform too. Multiple phaser burns and contusions. Sir, this woman was murdered. The wounds are still warm. She was killed just a few seconds ago. There are no other exits or entrances in this room, and transporters are offline. How could she be killed if she was alone in a locked room? these chairs lit up? Oh, there's a thing over here.
Log entry supplemental. I've upgraded a few of the components on this level, including remote overrides for bleed valves on environment controls, hollow emitters to expedite further repairs, and security overrides in case of emergency. I'm starting to suspect that the low-level radiation I've detected on these decks has affected the station inhabitants, and that some are showing signs of transient acute schizophrenia and paranoia. I'll have to maintain contact silence for now, so that they don't interfere while I'm trying to repair the systems. Once I've corrected the problems causing the radiation leaks, we can deal with the symptoms. Log entry supplemental. My work here will take far longer than I originally anticipated. Fortunately, I've engaged a safety interlock on the maintenance lift, so no one will come down here without me knowing about it. I found several program errors that have purged the affected subroutines. The work is much easier now. Soon, everything will be under control.
Sound a bit crazy. What? Oh, okay. The Davidians randomly started showing up.
Barneykin, Barneykin,
Oh.
I see you. Barneykin, Barneykin, what will you do?
Oh, I remember when I first played this. That always creeped me the fuck out. Ooh. These nodes have to be controlled remotely. It wouldn't be safe for someone to stand near them and activate them. Captain, if you remember your wave interference from the Academy, you might be able to jam the remote signal. And because I'm a science officer, I can do this and turn those damn things off. Yep. Perfect. Uh-oh. You're not a Davidian. He just vanished.
Barneykin, dress all in red. Barneykin, soon you'll be dead.
They said you didn't they, my little bully, to halt my work, to change my program. You'll not survive to perform such trixies. Oh no, my pretty Barneykin.
Get back here. A malfunctioning hologram. No wonder. The Twilight energy would have degraded his program and caused instability. And the Davidians didn't bother it, because it had no neural energy for them to feed upon. Sir, it looks like the encryption key from the door might correspond to a subroutine embedded in the hologram's mobile emitter. You should be able to use it to open the door. Mobile emitters are still rare outside of Starfleet, Captain. Staff here must have spent quite a lot of latinum to obtain one. If you ask me, Belon might be selling more than drinks and Dabo. It would be best if someone keeps an eye on him, but I have a feeling Franklin Drake is doing just that. This is it. We made it to the computer core level. On this station, the core system is down a long ramp area, past some regulator rooms. We should head there as quickly as possible. Another locked door! This one doesn't seem to have any special codes. We should be able to open it from the secondary security console, just down the hallway. That should do it. We need to double back to secure the door that we saw earlier in the hallway. Oh, to the secure door. Go ahead. I read that completely wrong. Through this doorway and down the ramp. There are two exits from this room, both along the same wall. To head toward the core, we need to take the southernmost door on the east wall. Follow the hallway, then turn left and go down the ramp. Sir, this person's from the 23rd century. The Davidians must be bringing their victims through time. We have to stop them before they're responsible for any other deaths. They could disrupt the timeline. appears to be a regulator room for the computer core's power systems. The Davidians are probably leeching power from the station to keep their gate active. We could use the console to set up a power spike that we could trigger near the computer core, which must disrupt the Davidians and their gate. Alright. That's optimal too. Oh, did they just kill her? Also, I'm getting an upskirt shot on her. Whoops, sorry about that. I didn't mean to. This looks like the field control station for the lower levels of the station. We could set up the field systems here so that we can activate them in the computer core area to counteract the Davidians' phasing abilities. That should push them out of sync with our universe. Well, at least this room has light in it. That's a complete mess. Also spiders. There they are. Oh, those people just fell over. So where does my health go? It's like Ghostbusters when I do the secondary weapon. Secondary fire, I mean. Words, use them properly. Well, that wasn't so bad. I remember when I used to do this, I would always die there. Sir, the Davidian's time portal heads back to the 23rd century. There's no telling how much trouble the Davidians may be causing in the past, where the technology to detect them just doesn't exist. Once we get readings on the portal, we should take them back to Deep Space K7. The computing facilities are far more extensive than what we have on the Lord George. They might be able to find a way to shut down the portal. The distortion from the portal is intense here, and it's difficult to process all of this information. We should at least be able to compensate enough to beam out, though. We need to take this information back to the nearest starbase, K7, for analysis. The computers are powerful enough to process it. Pity I can't keep that little flashlight. take me to K7? Yep, it will. Hydrate. Am I using this console? Oh, that was weird. Analyze scan data. Preliminary analysis. Temporal incursion. Consistent with Davidian time portal technology. Approximate link date. Stardate 2715.6. Earth Standard Year 2265. Davidian portal based on phase-shifted tachyon spin. Supported by draw from Drozana Station power supply. Can the portal be safely closed or used? Portal suffers from instability due to quantum particle entanglement with phase-shifted particles. Portal can be enlarged or accessed with modulated directed energy when phase-shifted entangled matter reaches critical point. Sir, this means that when the triolic energy surges peak, we could remodulate an energy weapon, even a fan phaser, to use the portal, and travel back in time. We could stop the Davidians at the source. And let's equip this. Wait, no. I thought that would put on the weapon I had drawn. Oh well. Whatever. So I have this.
Now that we know the Davidians have a portal to the past and approximately where they are focusing their attention, I see no other choice than to send you and your crew back there to stop them before they kill again. I'll be honest, time travel is a tool. At times, it is a useful one. I know Starfleet has hundreds of regulations about temporal incursions, but my job is to preserve the Federation, not make Admiral Quinn and the rest of the suits at Starfleet Command happy. If we break a few rules along the way, so be it. I need to make some preparations before you can proceed. I will contact you when the time is right. Drake out. Until next time.
Everything old is new.
Obviously, the Davidians have found a way to harness this surge of triolic energy. The existence of the Davidian portal means they're traveling freely between the station in the present and in the past. Since 23rd century technology can't detect the Davidian phase shift, that time period is rife with potential victims. The only choice now is to stop the incursion at the source. You'll have to take that portal into the past and find out how the Davidians are creating this new surge of triolic energy. Stop them and find a way back without altering the timeline. Don't worry about temporal investigations. I'll pull a few strings. They'll never know you were gone. Best to keep your team small, just in case.
And then I get this. Twin Phaser Beam Array. So that's where you can get original series phasers. If you don't have the Tier 1 ship. I don't even know if you can still get it. But since you can't even get 1 to 4 ships. anymore. I'm able to access these because these are what I bought before we lost access to them. Trying to think here. Oh yeah, you can also get them if you have the Agents of Yesterday character. Which I do not have, unfortunately.
Until next time.
Because I wanted a Discovery character. Okay, so back to Drazana Station.
Welcome to Drozana.
A properly modulated energy discharge should allow us to use this portal to follow the Davidians back through time. Once we get there, though, it might be a bit trickier to get back. We should bring as few people as possible to minimize the chances of distorting the timeline. Ah, the original series. We're still in Drazana Station, sir. Just in the past. You need to be very careful here, Captain. If we damage the station, or injure anyone, we could damage the timeline irrevocably. Even if Drake doesn't care about the Temporal Prime Directive, we should. We're still Starfleet officers, after all. Set weapons to heavy stun. We're still in the computer core, Captain. Strange. I wonder why there's nobody here. From what I remember about this time period, there should be someone here. Even just a technician. If we can find the right parts, we could cobble together a subspace field emitter, and perhaps get an idea of what the Davidians are doing here. Using 23rd century technology will make it much more difficult, The Federation won't develop ways to detect the subspace variants that the Davidians use until almost a century from now. I'll make a list of equipment here that we can use to fine-tune Drazana Station's sensor array. We can probably find the regulator components somewhere near the computer core, and an induction coil on the power system's level. No wonder there's nobody here. The station is on medical alert. Non-essential personnel are confined to quarters, and the computer core is locked down. Unfortunately, that lockdown works both ways. No one can get in, but we can't get out either. Lucky for us that these old systems had some well-documented problems. It shouldn't be too difficult to override the controls. Sir, these old duotronic computers have a memory fault that makes them susceptible to overloads. An overload could cause it to lose process, like the one locking the door to the computer core. In this century, there shouldn't be any tasks that could overload them, but there's an infamous 24th century warp geometry problem that would be insoluble with the processing power available to this computer. If we set the consoles to divert processing to parts of this problem, we might be able to cause a memory overwrite that would make the computer lose its security lockdown. So I'm pretty sure I'm not supposed to touch that one just yet. I think what I need to do is touch this one first, maybe? Switch 1 and 2. All the way up here. Oops. I went up the wrong ramp, apparently. This one, and that did it. So yeah, you don't need to touch the console over here. Just touch the one over there and then go up to this one. Lieutenant Myers?
The lift shouldn't have let you come down to the...
Oh, hang on.
What are you doing down here? The station is on medical alert. Nobody's supposed to be in the computer core area but me. Hey, is that a weapon? Don't try anything, or I'll have to stun you.
I'm lost.
The lift shouldn't have let you come down to this level. How did you get here?
I was stuck on the lift when the station went alert. This is where it let me out.
You should have used the intercom to call for assistance. It's not safe to move about the station during a medical alert.
Right, I should get back up to the main station areas.
Follow me. I'm going to call security for an escort.
But if I'm contagious, won't that be dangerous?
I guess you're right. Look, just go up to the maintenance lift, get to the emergency medical center as soon as possible, and get checked out. There's a doctor up there who has set up a triage center for the affected patients.
Thanks. I don't want you seeing me do this. Boop. Sir, I'm reading a patrol team ahead. Since the station is on medical alert, they're probably following a standard patrol pattern. We might be able to sneak past them, or even lock them in one of the side rooms. I'm down right now, actually. More twilight waves. There must be Davidians somewhere on the station in this time period.
Oh, hey. You shouldn't be here. You should get up to the quarantine area.
What are you working on?
Oh, just running a level 3 diagnostic on the subsystem. The computers on this station are state-of-the-art. I can simulate an entire copy of the station and display every piece of it as a wireframe model.
Perhaps you could show me.
I'm really busy with this diagnostic. Sorry. You really should go up to the corner.
Damn it. Dr.
Oh, hey. You should... Oh,
that's
just
impressive.
I know, isn't it? I'm very fortunate to be able to work here. Working on a station like this really strikes home just how modern and new everything is.
Isn't the subsystem tied into the main computer core?
Yes, although it has its own memory and subprocessor as well. It can even work in parallel with the computer core's main processor.
What happens when you tie it into the main computer core's memory?
Here, I'll show you. That's odd. The core isn't responding to my request. I need to go talk to Lieutenant Myers. Make sure you get up to the quarantine area and get checked out by the doctor.
Oh, whoops. Warning. Improper access may cause injury and or death. For hardware access, disable all power taps before servicing. Discharge static electricity before contact with leads. Unlock safety cage prior to access. Unclamp data lead to replace regulator. Alright. So, disconnect the power. Touch static discharge plate. Unlock the safety cage. Then remove the computer monitor. Alright. This isn't the power distribution level, sir. Security's overridden the turbo lift and must have detected our arrival. Station security will probably be here any minute now. If we're going to get out of this without a fight, we'd better look for alternative quickly. We'll have to find a console and, yeah, override the turbo lift. So unlock that door, go through here. Another group of Starfleet officers ahead, sir. If we're cautious, we might be able to avoid them. Hopefully. Not gonna, like, randomly move on me, are you? Okay, good. Good. Good, good, good.
Hold it right there.
Well, we're fucked. I'm sure they're okay. When I used to come down here, there used to be like a guy here standing in an Odyssey uniform. No trouble, no trouble. And the guy would say like, "You're not supposed to be here." And I'm like, "Well, you're not supposed to be here either. It's a 25th century uniform. What are you doing?" So we should be able to find an induction coil on this level as part of the power systems. Then we simply need to rig the subspace inducer to the sensor array, and we can pinpoint the Davidian's incursion. Sorry, I don't have time to help anyone else right now. We should get him into a more lit up area, because it's really dark over there. McCoy! You there. Don't just stand there. Come over here and give me a hand. People are dropping like flies on the station, and it's all I can do to keep up. Who are you? McCoy. Leonard H. But this is no time for introductions. What's going on? Some kind of illness is affecting the people on this station. Blue flashes and ghost stories. There has to be a reason for it, and we need to stop it. People are dying here. What do you need me to do? As far as I can tell, all of these people reported seeing those strange blue flashes of light. Now they're all dying. They're worse than dead. Their brains are gone. Whatever this disease is, it's suppressing brain activity at an alarming rate. It's almost as if the energy between the neurons was being removed somehow. The blue flashes seem to be associated with a strange form of radiation, so we've set up the triage center here. The crazy engineer said that the power distribution station is heavily shielded. What kind of radiation? How should I know? I'm a doctor, not an engineer. The blue flashes are still happening. Oh, the blue flashes are still happening anyway. We need some way to replace that neural energy. Jumpstart their brain somehow. Like rebooting a computer. I suppose that's one way of looking at it. But the mind is a much more complex and delicate instrument. Maybe that's key. The brain might be able to restart itself if stimulated correctly. Give it the energy it needs, and then a stimulus to make it spread throughout the nervous system. I'll need to know how much neural energy the survivors have so that we can figure out how much they've lost. Then we'll need to apply cortical stimulators at the correct frequency. It's no panacea, but it may save the lives of the crew. Saving these lives is important to making sure that everything turns out the way it should. Come on, grab a tricorder and start checking the neural activity on some of these survivors. Take note of your readings. We're going to have to calculate the difference from a healthy mind and determine the right frequency to stimulate the brain. A normal human neuron has a resting potential of minus 70 millivolts. Once you have some readings, we'll calibrate a cortical stimulator and try to revive some of these people. Neuron resting potential reading minus 60 millivolts. So it's supposed to be at minus 70 millivolts. Interior neuron sodium ion levels elevated. Sodium potassium gates damaged. Sodium potassium gates damaged by forcible ion movement. Likely cause sudden change in neuron voltage. Predicted results: hallucinations, loss of motor function, nervous system damage. Oh God. That sounds terrifying. Neuron resting potential reading minus 58 millivolts. Exterior potassium levels elevated. neurons limited to 0.15 MV active potential, normal human active potential 30 MV. So exterior, yeah, sodium and potassium ions depleted. Fatigue, blurred vision, dulled senses, loss of atomic functions. Yikes. So let's calibrate. So it needs to be at minus 70 plus 30. Fuck. Is on the other patient. Correct? Fuck. Okay, I want to say that they're both internal. Oh, it doesn't give me both. Let's do, okay. I'm pretty sure this is not gonna work. Yeah, okay, let's try that again. So it's minus 70 plus 30. It might be this one, all external. It didn't work. God damn it. Let's try that again. I'm gonna guess it's internal, external, and internal. Then. Oh, god damn it. Do this one. Oh, okay, so it was the last one. Feels strange, but better. So if we follow him directly back, we'll see him give the medication to the station commander. Which will thank him and be like, yeah, thank you very much for that. Sir, this might be a good chance for us to find that induction coil. Indeed it is. Borrowing it. I'm just borrowing it, not stealing. You know. And there's the station commander here. Kendra Reaver. It's working, sir. The emitter has adjusted the active scanners for the station. What do you make of these readings? Imaging shows that the station is becoming suffused with triolic radiation. The radiation's coming from Driffin's comet. The comet itself is emitting mass amounts of triolic energy. The Davidians must have realized that it's a natural source of the energy, and they're using it as an easy way to shift into sync with us. It's like riding behind the wake of a ship in the water. But that's not all they're doing, sir. They're harnessing the triolic energy and infusing it with chronoton particles. With that, they could have enough energy to move the entire station out of phase. Maybe even the entire sector. We have to stop them. The comet is the key, sir. But we can't do anything about the comet without a ship. And I don't think a 23rd century vessel is going to be able to do the job. With this information, it's clear that we have to find some way to destroy Griffin's comet, sir. We can use one of the auxiliary reactors in sync with the subspace emitter that we've hooked up to the station in order to make a temporary portal that will take us back to our time. Once we make it back, we'll have to report in and find a way to bring a ship back with us to destroy the comet. Doctor? Ignore the sounds you might be hearing down this way, please. We have another problem. We've absorbed so much triolic radiation at this point that traveling through a gate again could cause radiation poisoning. Normally we just use hydronelin to flush it out, but our medical supplies aren't protected against phase shifting. Our hydronelin supply is probably already irradiated. This is the sort of problem that comes up frequently. We'll need large doses of hydronelin to chelate out the existing triolic radiation and protect us with the transition back through the portal. There's one person who can probably get it for us. Something else you need. Actually, I have a friend who took a little too much triolic radiation and could use some hydronelin. A friend, eh? With all the radiation flares that the station's experiencing, we're probably going to be a little short of hydronelin ourselves. I could maybe spare a hypo, but if your friend is getting radiation, he or she's on the station already. I'll need a double dose to chelate out a significant amount of triolic radiation. You should never lie to your doctor or your bartender. That much radiation would mean you've experienced something close to the epicenter, like fooling around with triolic waves. You don't need green blood and pointy ears to know that that is a bad idea. But when the people on this station really needed it, you came through. I appreciate that. I think I can spare a few doses. Just don't let the station's captain hear about it. Thanks. Look, I'm not sure who you are or where you come from, but I'm not one to look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm just an old country doctor. But I know better than to ask too many questions about a little unexpected help. You probably shouldn't loiter around here too much longer, or people will start to ask questions. I'm going to put these cortical stimulators to good use. And thanks. You've saved a lot of lives today. We can take the portal back to our own time whenever you are ready, sir.
So Driffin's comet is the source of the triolic radiation. That explains a lot. However, we cannot simply destroy it in our time. The Davidians have the means to go back to the 23rd century and harness its energy there. However, that will be their only other chance. Before that, there's no Drozana station, so there's no place that will be close enough to the comet's trajectory to be of use to them. The only logical solution is to alter the past. Destroy the comet there and save the Federation. As it happens, I have access to a way to transport your ship back to the 23rd century. It's risky, but I think the odds are in your favor. And if they aren't, there's always time for another try. I'll make the arrangements. Stay in touch. Drake out. Until next time.
We've determined that the Davidians are using the triolic energy of Driffin's comet to ease their entry into our phase variance. That is the cause of all of the incidents in the neutral zone. But it's worse than that. It's possible that, given the amount of triolic and temporal energy in that comet, that the Davidians will be able to destabilize the area of space surrounding the comet, enough that they will put it and everything in it into their phase variance. In essence, trying to steal an entire sector. The resulting effects to the surrounding space would make the destruction of Romulus look like the popping of a party favor. The only thing we can do to stop it is destroy the comet before the Davidians can use it. It's not enough to do it in the present, because the Davidians would still have access in the 23rd century, when the comet moves past Drozana Station. We have to destroy it there. You'll need your ship this time, so you can't use the Davidian portal on the station. I can help you get to the past, but you'll need to follow my instructions precisely. Good luck.
Until next time.
Oh God! That's a close-up I didn't need to see.
Welcome to Drozana. You're cleared for docking. We have everything you need for shore leave, and a few things.
No. I am not interested. I've work to do. Outside your system.
From the heart of Kronos to the frozen wastes of Rurapenthe, the Klingons have built an empire that valued strength, honor, and skill in combat. To be Klingon is to be a warrior. Fight well, live with honor, die with a blade in your hand. If you can do these things, you will live forever in the stories of the great Klingon heroes.
Excuse me. Incoming hail, Captain. Do you want me to put it on the main view screen? On screen. You should feel privileged, Venetra. Very few people ever get to see this system. My organization has gone to a lot of trouble to keep it off of the navigational charts. This star is ideal for what starship pilots call a slingshot. Section 31 uses it from time to time to deal with problems that take a more creative approach to solve. your best chance of getting back to the point in time where you need to be is to use the star's gravity to accelerate your ship to such a high speed that you will be able to access the time continuum. I've taken the liberty of having the light speed breakaway calculations added to your ship's database. You will need to hit a series of points as you move around the star. After you make your approach, you should see a navigational beacon. Aim for it, and you will have the correct trajectory for the slingshot. This is a tricky maneuver, Benitra. If you don't hit each point in the correct order and time, it won't work. Or I hope your helm officer is up to the task. One more thing before you start. I also added a holo emitter to your vessel. It will appear to be a Klingon D7, with the appropriate access codes for the time period, but still have access to all of the 25th century firepower you will need to deal with the comet. Don't alter the timeline any more than you have to. Destroy the comet and stop the Davidians, but other than that, try to stay out of trouble. I'd wish you luck, but I have a feeling you wouldn't think I was being sincere. Ready to engage the holo emitter and start our run. At your command. Are you sure this is an appropriate appearance for this ship? Who am I to argue? Hopefully I get these all. Oh, I actually got them all. That's good. Oh, and I hit the edge of the map too. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to hit my mic. Captain, based on the decay of elements in this system, we have arrived approximately 150 years in the past, somewhere around the Earth year 2265. Sir, incoming hail is from a Constitution-class starship identifying itself as the USS Reuben James. Putting it on screen now.
Attention, unidentified ship. I am Commodore Jacob Ross in command of the USS Reuben James. We have been searching for a Klingon vessel reported to have attacked a colony in the Gliese system. You fit the description of the ship we are looking for.
Uh-oh.
Unless you can prove you are not, we will take immediate action.
Oops. Captain, the Reuben James has closed the channel. They are not responding to hails, and weapons are charging. Well, so much for identifying that we are not. We cannot seriously damage Commodore Ross's ship without risking damage to the timeline. But we must defend ourselves and complete our mission. Recommend we fight to disable.
Strange, please, we need help. I don't know what these things are, but they're all over the station. They're killing people. Please, you have to help us.
Captain, the comet approaching the station. Its trionic energy is making it easier for the Davidians to manifest. The people on that station don't have any way to fight them. We will have to help, or they will all die. Captain, I'm reading multiple Davidian life signs. We will need to work quickly to clear the station of their presence. Sir, I don't think anyone here appreciated the Davidians crashing their party. I'm detecting weapons fire, broken glass, and signs of struggle. It's a bar fight, sir, and we'll need to quell it if we want any chance at stopping the Davidians. The Temporal Prime Directive is in effect. Sir, I recommend we set all weapons to stun to minimize possible damage to the timeline. Oh, stop that. I said stop it. Well, I think everyone's dead now. Sound's starting to glitch again. I think everyone might be dead. Oh well. Excuse me, sir, but you're supposed to be a Klingon. Yeah, you're supposed to be a Klingon. What are you doing cowering there? You have been fighting. You dishonor your house. Alright, I can't do anything with that yet.
not attempt to stop us. We hunger. We must leave. Leave immediately, or I will amplify the time distortion and destroy this station. You will not survive.
Hey, those things are holed up in the lounge, and they've got some of my customers in there with them. The door is barricaded, but a few hits with a phaser should take care of that. Get my people out of there!
Thanks for the help, friend. What were those things? Damn spirits snuck up on me. I noticed a spike in triolic energy, and I was working to adjust the station's shields to compensate. I went to fetch a hyperspanner, and I was attacked. If you help me, I can finish my repairs before the triolic energy reaches lethal levels. By the way, you can call me Scotty.
Hello, Scotty. I just wait for him over here.
Just as I suspected, the triolic energy is increasing. We'll be cooked like a haggis if we don't do something about it. There is a wee store on this station. The lass who runs it, Cassidy, said they might be getting a supply of the new quantum flux regulators. The Mark II versions. If we had one of those regulators, I could modify the flux coordinating sensors and use them to modulate the shields protecting the station. That would buy us some time. Go find Cassidy. She'll know where they are.
What were those things? They were floating, and one looked at me, and I felt so weak. And then it lifted me up, and oh, it was horrible. Oh, are you looking for something from the store? A quantum what? I'm sorry. I'm just too scared right now to think about selling anything. I'm closing down until I get me wits about me. Maybe it would be best if I packed up and went back to Sherman's planet. I don't know.
What can I do to help?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a nerve tonic would soothe me. A nice stiff one, you know. Can you get one for me?
Who do you think you are? First the lights go all strange, then these weird creatures show up, and worst of all, you're here picking fights with my best customers. Look at dear, brave, handsome Captain McQueen here. He could have been killed. You should be ashamed of yourself.
About the nerve tonic?
Nerve tonics. How can I think about nerve tonics when my sweet Captain McQueen is injured? Well, if you want to know about any sort of exotic beverage, go ask that drunken Scotsman. I mean, Lieutenant Commander Scott. He knows more about alcohol than anyone I've ever met. While you do that, I'm going to make my sweet prince all better.
Okay.
Did you get the quantum flux regulator?
Do you know about nerve tonics?
Nerve tonics? Ah, you don't look like you need one of those. These wee beasties are troublesome, but they're not as bad as a ship full of angry Romulans. Now, I've been known to enjoy an occasional nip of Scotch whiskey. That's the only nerve tonic you'll ever need. Why do you need to know about them?
I'm looking for a nerve tonic for Cassidy.
Oh, for Cassidy. Now that makes sense. She's a bonny lass, that Cassidy, and more than willing to spend a little time with a right Starfleet officer, if you know what I mean. But she hasn't got the stomach for fighting. Is she alright? I hate for anything to happen to her.
She's shaken up, but she'll be fine.
Glad to hear it. Sounds like she needs something to take a wee bit of the edge off, and that happens to be one of my specialties, along with transwarp transporter technology and warp field mechanics. Cassidy's been meeting me every evening in the bar for a spot of cheer, but I've never seen her order a nerve tonic. Perhaps if I told you what she likes, you'll be able to figure out the right mix. The bartender will help you. I've seen Cassidy order these drinks. Cassidy didn't like the salty taste of the Albion brandy, but she really enjoyed the fact that it was garnished with a drop of honey that floated on the top of the drink. Bah,
So,
garnish
honey.
is getting in the way of a fine beverage, if you ask me. Can you imagine putting a wee piece of pineapple in a glass of 20-year-old single malt? It's preposterous. I've seen Cassidy order these. The only time I saw Cassidy ordering blood wine was when she was feeling under the weather. Poor lass. She liked that it was served warm, but she hated those blasted heavy metal mugs the Klingons use. And the potency of it was a bit much for her to handle. A girl like Cassidy needs something with a little less kick.
Okay, so drop of honey, warm.
I've seen Cassidy order these drinks. Zele brought Cassidy a Denevian mead a few nights ago. Ugh, terribly sweet stuff, like drinking syrup. Cassidy didn't like the cloying sweetness, and the wee bird broke out into highs because she was allergic to the fruit garnish. I'm not ordering any of that stuff again.
Oh, poor girl.
I've seen Cassidy order these drinks.
So, sour. So, drop of honey, warm, sour.
Cassie and I got into a drinking contest with a Klingon one night, and we ended up drinking fire wine. It's not as good as Scotch, mind you, but it's better than drinking warp core coolant. The next morning, after she picked herself up off the floor, Cassidy told me that the fire wine was so spicy that she was afraid it had eaten a hole through her stomach. I had to send her to see Bones for a checkup. Also, she said that drinking from those shallow bowls made her feel like someone's pet targ. I've seen Cassidy order these drinks. Martinis aren't my cup of tea, as it were, but Cassidy seems to like them. She appreciates that a martini should be served as cold as possible, but since she nurses her drinks, the cold tends to dissipate, and she doesn't get the full effect. She's quite fond of those fancy stem glasses, though.
Okay, so drop of honey, warm, sour, stem glass, sour.
I've seen Cassidy order these drinks. Cassidy really likes her Sumerian sunsets, mostly because of the sour taste. She hates that the drink is so weak, and has been trying to convince the bartender to add garnish to it to make the happy feeling last longer. But he won't, because then it wouldn't be a Sumerian sunset. Me, I say a drink is a drink. If the lady wants a garnish, give her one. I've seen Cassidy order these drinks. Cassidy really likes the little pick-me-up of a drop of Skagarian whiskey. But she doesn't like the wee shot glasses, or the silly paper umbrellas. Who ever heard of putting a wee paper umbrella in a glass of whiskey? It's sacrilege. If I ever go to Skagara, I'm going to give them a piece of my mind. I've seen Cassidy order these drinks.
on earth is that thing supposed to be? A candle?
What can I get you? I'll need some more details before I can make a drink for you.
Well,
if you need help figuring out what combination of ingredients you want,
well, look, I need hot.
What kind of flavor profile are you looking for?
Sour.
How strong do you want this drink to be?
A little pick-me-up.
How would you like this drink to be served?
And a stemmed glass.
And last but certainly not least, what kind of garnish would you like?
A drop of honey.
This should be all the info on.
So, pick up the glass. What is that? What is this thing supposed to be? Looks like it's supposed to be a plaque of some kind, but it's really weird looking.
Do you have a drink for me?
Try this.
Oh, I love warm drinks. They're so relaxing.
I'm glad you find the temperature pleasant.
Oh, there's a lovely sour note to this drink. I feel so refreshed.
I'm glad.
Oh, there's just enough oomph to this drink to make it really stick with ya. I like that.
You look like you could use a little pick-me-up.
Oh, I love the style of this glass. It accentuates the flavor of the ingredients.
Aesthetics are important. The right glass makes the right drink even better.
Honey! No, not you. The drink. Oh, that little bit of sweetness is just perfect. It adds the most delightful note to each sip.
I'm glad even the last drop of this drink is making you happy.
That is marvelous. Oh, I'm feeling much better now, thank you. Alrighty, what tool was it you needed? Oh, a quantum flux regulator Mark II. I have one of those right here. Please, take it as a thank you.
The right tool for the right job. I'll start making the adjustments, but I don't know if I've got enough time. You can't change the laws of physics. The triolic energy levels keep rising, and sensors show the blasted comet is to blame. Modulating the shields is not going to be enough. Something needs to be done about that comet if we're going to live to see the morning.
Captain, the station is safe for now, but we still need to deal with the comet in orbit. If the Davidians are able to harness its energy, then they will be able to pull most of this sector into their phase variants. Past, present, it will all be disrupted. This is as close as the comet's trajectory will take it to Drozana Station. We need to destroy the comet while we still have time. Sir, a group of Klingon vessels have entered the system. The lead ship is hailing us, sir. Putting it on screen now.
Ah, a ship from the House of Duras!
Ah, crap.
I am Captain Bavat, son of Warot, and leader of my house. My brother died due to Duras' treachery. I will avenge his death with the destruction of 100 Duras ships. Prepare to die!
Don't alter the timeline. I wonder what that... well, whatever. Captain, we can't afford to change the course of events any more than they have been altered already. And we know that Captain Bavat survives this day. We need to attempt to disable his forces. We'll be calling for reinforcements. We need to destroy the comet and return to our time before we're overwhelmed. Yeah, but the only thing we can do is destroy his ship. Which is unfortunate. Well, I guess we can kind of disable it, but he'll do like a ramming speed thing at us. Also, because All because everything is blue right now, my phasers look like they're green. So it kind of looks like I'm using disruptors. Well, I guess he stays disabled. Maybe they fixed it or something, I don't know. I wonder if anyone's like, why the hell are they destroying the comet and just disabling us? Doesn't look like I'm getting any attention from destroying the shards. Fragments, however. Or maybe not. Okay then. Ah, there they are. Yeah, you can end up destroying him, and this won't even take off as well, they don't alter the time when it will be ticked off as what do you mean defeat the remaining Klingons? Wait, you said not to fire. Oh god. Oh, goodbye, Bot. Yeah, it doesn't even take off because I pretty much just killed Bavant. That did it, Captain. The remaining comet debris is too small to be a threat. Now we just need to find a way to... One moment, sir. I'm detecting a temporal anomaly. It's forming inside the Lord George.
If you are receiving this message, then you and your crew have completed your mission. Driffin's comet is destroyed, and the Davidians are no longer a threat to the Federation. You've done well. And to prove that I'm not the immoral monster that some make me out to be, I'm going to help you. When you last docked at Deep Space K7, I had some modifications made to your vessel. One of those is the addition of a Borg temporal node salvaged from a cube in the Batron cluster. It's set to return you to our time. Congratulations on a job well done. Drake out. Excellent work. I knew I could count on you. The disappearance of Driffin's comet in the 23rd century will be a scientific curiosity. I have taken steps to suppress information that might reveal our involvement, and I trust that you and your crew will refrain from telling stories about what happened here. After all, we're getting along so well. One thing I hope you'll take away from all this is that any opinion you may have of the immorality of so-called rogue elements like Section 31 is a bit naive. Contrary to popular opinion among some Starfleet officers, we do not spend our days plotting evil and committing random acts of villainy like characters in a bad holo novel. We protect the Federation from threats. Thanks to you, the Davidians are no longer on that list. If you think about it, everything we do is to preserve the freedoms you so enjoy. You should be grateful. Drake out. Until next time.
Alright, the next step after that is going to be Lost Dominion. But we're going to stop because I have work early in the morning. And I should probably see about getting some videos uploaded to YouTube. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.